Hey, it's Sasha Avdikov, and thanks for joining me here at BackstageIncome.com, where I share with you how money is made behind the scenes in your business and also your life. Now, in this week's episode, what I'd like to do is share with you what is split testing or A/B testing, and also give you some insight if it's really worth doing for your own business or online business. So first off, what is split testing? Well, split testing is the act of testing multiple pages on your website to see which one performs better. So what people may do, or business owners may do, they may have 2 or 3 different variations. And on one variation, you may play one video. On a second variation, you may play that same video but with a different button. And on the third variation, you may have different headlines or another video. But again, nevertheless, the graphics might be different or the layout might be different. So what your end goal is, if you have a social media network or an advertising platform, so what you're doing is you're sending people from this advertisement area and you're sending them to all 3 of these different pages. And now your goal is to figure out which one converts a lot better. Which page out of these 3 pages works to be the best? Does this video right here tend to work the best? Or maybe the second one, or maybe the third one? Which one is getting the eyes and the conversions for clicking your button or getting on your email list the best? Because sometimes what may end up happening is that one video performs better than another video. Sometimes the colors of another page perform better than another page's colors, simply because it resonates a little bit better, or maybe because that button stands out and is just much bigger. So if you have a button that says buy now, something like this might stand out a lot more than something small and tiny. So what you want to do is figure out which one is converting better, and one of the ways to do that is through A/B testing or split testing. Now, there are a lot of different software packages and plans that allow you to do this. Some are free and it allows you to do some basic things. Maybe they have packages where you can test up to 1,000 people. Others are paid. Some are flat rate, so they might be $29 flat rate for, let's say, a WordPress plugin. And some could be as large as $500 or $1,000 per month just to get access to be able to split test your own website. Now, Google Analytics gives you a free option, allows you to see tracks and conversions and see which visitors end up hitting certain pages or another. So you can go ahead and try that with Google Analytics. But I found that some of the software, once you start getting into paid software, they give you a little bit more of, let's say, the bells and the whistles. So they have more features. So you get some of these added bonus features when it comes to the paid software. So as you get deeper into your business, you may end up going into the paid software area. And that is just because you have more resources. Now, I find that initially, if you're just getting started in the online space, typically most business owners, even if there is a free option, there is just simply not enough time to really do all of these things. And that is just because these things take a while. You have to set these things up, you have to implement them. So just to set up multiple pages, no matter how easy these software packages tell you that it's so easy to set them up, it still takes your time and energy. It takes your time to set up the videos, it takes your time to change the button colors, and that all is very precious resources that you could use to go ahead and build out more content, that you could go ahead and use to focus on marketing. You could even use that time to connect with customers and see what it is that they need or want. So all of this time that you spend focusing on these different A/B testing, split testing, you could spend time focusing on all these other things. So the question comes down to value. What is it worth? Now, if you have a larger company with multiple employees or people working for you, then of course, you at least may want to implement the free option where they start doing some A/B testing to see which one works out better. You may even decide to go with a paid option or something even more premium or advanced to really get a good gauge of what's working better, even as people are exiting your website, to see and figure out what's converting better, which graphics are working better. But this, to some degree, may even take a full-time staff, because if you're creating more videos, if you're creating different headlines, different pictures, all of this takes a lot of time and resources to figure out just which version works better. And remember, you're spending money right here to promote, advertise, and get people to those pages. Now, granted, you could say that you are technically saving money because you get to see which one works the best. But remember, your time and energy is another precious resource, because all we have time, energy, and money. And which resource do you have the most of is the one that you should really use. If you have a lot of money, then by all means, do all these things, and by all means, hire one of the best A/B split testing tools, because you're going to be able to hire employees and other people to take care of that. If you don't have a lot of money and you're just getting started and you're looking to do A/B testing, well, look at some of the other factors within your company, your business, or your website. Do you already have the content that you want? Do you already have the marketing set up in place that you want? Do you have the customers? Maybe you don't. Do you have the products? This is another one that is very important. So again, maybe it's more worthwhile for you to go ahead and create another product, whether that's writing another book and creating that book, and then you can sell that book or promote it through Amazon, rather than spending your time on split testing. So again, these are decisions that you need to make in your own business, but keep in mind that just because everybody's talking about split testing or you're hearing about split testing, it sounds like a good thing. Remember the trade-off or the opportunity cost. And that opportunity cost, a lot of it has to do with your time and your energy along with your money. So figure out if it's worth it for your business. So you might be wondering, do I personally split test? Do I have someone else do it, or do I not split test? Well, for me at this current time, I don't really focus on split testing. Instead, I look at the longer term view and figure that, well, people are going to discover me anyways, eventually organically. Now, I know that that might seem like a weird way of thinking, but my goal is to contribute, to add value through video. From time to time, I do advertising, and we will do promotions and advertising. But in terms of putting the extra energy to go ahead and split test, that is a lot more resources. That means I may need to create multiple videos or hire someone else specifically to work and play around with those split testings. And instead, where I could take that time and energy and go ahead and write another book, create another video course, or make more videos like this, which eventually will get spread or picked up or people search for anyways. So at least that's the way I look at it. But if you're looking for more instant results, if you're doing a lot of advertising, then split testing can be fantastic, because you get to see where the conversions are, which page is working out better. And if you can get just 5 or 10 more people, or 5 or 10 more percent to convert over, of course you're going to gather more and more leads. But that's a numbers game that you constantly have to play with and see if it's worthwhile for you and your business. Whereas you could spend that additional time and energy, or resources, time and money, into other avenues or areas. It just comes down to what it's worth to you. Thanks for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this one, go ahead and click this button right up here. When you get there, enter your name and email address, and I'll be sure to send you my newsletter as new videos, trainings, and material gets released. Now, if you want to take a look at some of my products or courses, then click that button right below this video, and you'll be taken to that products and courses page. In the end, remember to do what you love, contribute to others around you, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you in the next lesson.